That's a nice picture, isn't it, eh? So today is Saturday. I think it's the 10th, isn't it? Does that sound right? The 10th of September 2023. I know that bit. So it's not the 10th. I just looked at my piece of paper. Sorry, thinking in the future there. It's the 9th. Definitely Saturday. So yesterday was Fish and Chip Friday. And I had fish and chips, just to let you know. Phil, you're the first man in, so you get the top man. Well done, guys. All popping in now. Anyway, I'm just going to move the table a little bit because I ain't got my gimbal at the moment. I'm getting it all sorted. Just ordered a new gimbal. I've updated the gimbal, so I've got a new gimbal coming, and I've got a mic attachment coming as well. So hopefully in the next week or so, I'll be back to sort of normality when it's all windy and it's not shaking all over the place. So don't forget the coffee fund because it all helps. So today, going back to the fish and chips. So Mandy ordered the fish and chips on Thursday. We went down to the Black Bull because we booked it in at 6. And we picked it up at 6:45. a bit of a long break, I must say. But Jan was. I sat in the car. I was going to go and wash the car, but Jan came out by then. So just getting this right. Yeah, it's a bit of a long break. But the main reason was Jan said it was packed in there. Everybody. So when that new fish and chip shop opens up here on A. As long as they get the fish and chips right, I'm on about the taste, the right kind of potato, the right kind of batter, they should be all right, because it's not just the Black Bull that does the fish and chips. You've got Cats, you've got the Golf Club, and I would presume there's a couple of other bars that do fish and chips as well. So it's obviously Fish and Chip Friday is the big event. So, and it was right. I had a small portion, which was enough for me, because it still filled the plate, plenty to eat. I had mushy peas with a bit of tartar sauce, very nice. Beef dripping, says Phil. And I've got to give a shout out now. If you didn't know, the tech shop, which is on A, it was up for sale. Guess who's bought it? Only Steve and Mandy. They've bought the shop, they've got the keys. Now, obviously, still, as always here in Spain, paperwork comes out your head with paperwork. They're hoping in the next couple of weeks to be open. Because even they said, well, they went in the other day to check everything in the shop. Somebody come round. So, loads of people there needing the tech shop. So, don't forget, Steve and Mandy are the new owners of the tech shop here on A. And once I know the special opening day, I'll let you all know. Apparently he's giving out free drinks. Don't say that, just in case he's not. But yeah, so congratulations to Steve and Mandy for the tech shop. Well done, guys. What else have I got to say? Oh yeah, at the moment, the wife's, because somebody said to me, we haven't seen your wife. You do see her, but at the moment, Jan's up on the roof, washing down the roof. Because I did say yesterday, we started a bit late because we had the sand the other day when it rained. And that sand, if you don't get rid of it, it just stains. Anyway, she's up on the roof. And just before you start pointing the finger saying, oh, you should be doing that, my wife said I don't do a good job. I'm not going to complain of that. But I did go up there first. I got rid of all the weeds that it grows up on the roof. And all this, I'm tell you what, there's a big pile of sand that I brushed up and put in a bag to throw away. And so she's on the roof. Now, I'll tell you what, when you do buy a property in Spain, and guys, no matter where you live, you're going to get this freaking sand that comes from North Morocco, the Sierra, I don't know. You know what I'm on about, the desert stuff. Anyway, it comes over it. And sometimes it can be quite heavy. I mean, sometimes it's like mud. And I think even the UK get it eventually. So it just shows you, you need a pressure hoser to get it off, because a hose pipe ain't no good. So today's topic is from Steve, or SKSK, and he said, would it be hard for let's get this right would it be hard to settle if you're single? And what he's saying is, it's on about if you're retiring and you're single, you don't need a job, because that's different, isn't it? If you're single and you're working, that's different. But if you're single, you're retired, you come over here, are you going to be left alone? Are you going to be in your house or your villa or whatever you want to call it, all alone? Well, to be honest, yeah, you could be alone. If you want to come here and you want to stay in your house, which is no problem, yeah, you will be lonely. So what you got to do, you got to get out there and meet people. And obviously one of the main things about these sort of urbanisations, not all of them, I mean, I'm only talking about Campusal. I can't really talk about the others because I don't know what they do for socialising, I should say. But here we got loads of bars. Now, over on B, that's always packed over there. And I'm sure if you sat out on a table, somebody would come over and say hello. As long as you're smiling. If you sat there, maybe not. But if you sat there and a cup of coffee, just admiring the air, somebody will come over and say hello to you. And not necessarily it'll be an English person. A lot of Belgians and really friendly people. And they will come over and just have a little chat. And that's how it all starts. I mean, that's how... I'm not the most socialising person. But here, you will. If you're single... you're honestly going to make friends. I mean, another chat I will be talking about is activities here, groups, places to go out and do things. There's loads of stuff, guys. There'll be no need for you, if you come over to Spain, and maybe I'm not just talking about Campusal, I'm talking about other areas of Spain. As long as you're in a populated area of expats, maybe, I would say, hang on, right, it's all right. Sometimes I get a message and it stays there and it blocks out my screen. But, yeah, sometimes, it's put me off now. Yeah, I mean, as long as there's like expat, I mean, to be honest, as I mentioned yesterday, nearly all along the coast of Spain is hugely populated. I mean, I don't know if we're talking millions. I wouldn't have thought we're talking... Yeah, well, maybe we could be talking millions of expats that live here in Spain. And they'll be in their little communities, obviously. And when I say they're in the communities, it doesn't mean we're all English. There will be a mixture of Spanish. There'll be a mixture of French, Belgium, German, and Russian. Because we're all friends together here. And they all mix together. You can, if you want to come over and be all by yourself, because some people love that, then those sort of people would probably go and buy, can I say it? Because I know I'm going to get a lot of people, oh, we live in a finca in the middle of nowhere, and we still got socialising people. And you probably would, but I suppose that's what some people would prefer. They live out in the country, they just like the peace and quiet, other than... They've probably got 10 dogs. No, I shouldn't say that as well. They've probably just got a doggy. There's a bit of woofing. And I watched Peter Kay. I watched a thing called Dogging. You got to watch it, guys. Anyway, yeah. I mean, there's places like that in Spain where you can be by yourself. You don't like to be pestered by other people. But for those who want to come over and are worried about all being by themselves, I mean, another good thing here, obviously you've got to socialise. If you don't, you've got to make the effort. Even a lot of people, I notice, what they do, the best trick is buy a dog and take the dog for a walk, because you're always going to meet somebody, other dog people. And then that's what I do. I mean, when I first come here, I didn't know anybody really. and I used to see a group of people over there on having a cup of coffee, and then eventually I got chatting to a couple of people walking the dog. Oh, that's a nice doggy you got there. Oh, that's a nice, or vice versa, the dog, that sort of thing. And I said, well, why didn't you come over for coffee? And I've done that, and ever since then, I think some days we can have about 15 people on the table. We just have 3 or 4 tables together. We're all chatting. I'll be honest, me and Jan, we sat there. I mean, I sat at the top because I can't hear very well in one ear. So I sit at the top of the table. And as you do, as deaf people, and you pick up conversation, don't you? And usually with me, this is why I say about when you're asking for advice, always ask professional people, especially about money and buying things like that, because I pick up information. I may not hear all the information, so I get it wrong, like you do. So that's why I say get proper advice. I mean, I just pick up chit chat. Yeah, and from that it stems off because you get other people who will sit by themselves, and we always say hello. It's not hardly anybody that we see, because obviously new people do come. They're a bit worried. You get like a pair of people, and we've got single people. There's a lot of single people. Obviously, I mean, another thing about when you do get old is unfortunately one of you is going to peg it. So your partner, not going to be with you, and you will get single people sat by themselves and tend to find that they get involved in conversation. I mean, it's very rarely they're sat there and they're drinking their sorrows. I mean, yes, there are, and I'll be honest, there are people that like drinking all day. Will go over there and they sit out all day by themselves with a couple of wines or a couple of gin and tonics. but they've chosen that. They haven't. That's their life. I mean, I couldn't do that. That's why you don't see me do hardly any videos on bars, because I don't enjoy bars. Mainly because I can't hear everybody. But once they all start jabbering, it's just too much in my ears. And in the old days, yeah, I just loved going in bars, things like that. And I could hear everything. But now, because I'm older, I can't hear so well. And it just does me head in. So that's why I love going out exploring. And talking about still the single person, on my group, I run an explorers group once a month. Now, thankfully, at long last, I'm back out doing it again next month. There's a couple of single people there. And I know it's not easy when you're single. And they have to push themselves. It's not like they get dragged out. They push themselves to go out. And then that's another way of meeting people. And it's not saying, if you're a lady or you're a bloke, it doesn't have to be, you're looking for a partner or something. You can go out with a load of girls, or you can go out with a load of blokes. I mean, like I said, that's in another chat. Because, to be honest, there's no reason for anybody coming here and there's nothing for them to do. Because there's loads of things to do. And that's one good thing about being retired. I thought, when I get retired, life would be so boring. But I'll be honest, I think now, even though the wife's out there doing the work, I think now I've never been so busy. Me and the wife say the same thing. Can't believe how quick the day goes, or the week goes, what frigging month it is, what day it is. Because life is, every day is the same sort of thing. But you can't believe how quick. And you're thinking, how did I used to do those things when I used to work? Because I can remember, believe it or not, I used to work 5 days a week, all day, not these bloody couple of hours, all day work, and I would have only the weekend left, and I still managed to do the gardening, cut the lawn, mend things, and go out shopping, obviously, and still go out doing a bit of photography and things like that. And I think now, how did I do it all? Don't know. So how many we got in the house? We got 36 in the house. We got 25 likes. That's fantastic, guys, because that helps the likes, believe it or not, push up my ratings apparently. I don't know why, but that's what they say on YouTube. I'm meeting a guy on Monday, and that's what I love about YouTube. Now I might have got this completely wrong, and if he's watching, God, forget his name. I think he's called John, but I think I'm meeting a guy called John on Monday for a coffee, and we'll be talking about groups. So I'm all about singing groups, but I'll tell you more about that on Tuesday. But anyway, it's the weekend, guys. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll catch you tomorrow. Oh yeah, just forgot to tell you. Let's whack it around quickly. Okay, you can't see. Oh, and my phone's come off now. Oh no! Oh God! Oh God! It's all gone pants now. Right. So you can see that. Now the temperature now is 29, but it's going to go up to 30. I would say it's going to probably be hotter. Now they say it's a sunny day. I suppose it is. I would say it's a sunny, cloudy day because there is cloud about. Anyway, I'm going to sign it off now. I'm going to pick this up. It all goes wrong, doesn't it, when you're messing about. Anyway, I'm going to say adios, amigos. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll catch you tomorrow on another chat that I can't even remember at the moment, but we'll be chatting about something fantastic. Adios, amigos. Catch you tomorrow.